Welcome back to Moving Cardboard. Today I'm going to be playing the second quest of the Khazad-Dum Deluxe expansion, which is called the 7th level. This quest follows directly on the heels of the prior quest, Into the Pit. And just as a refresher, the storyline of that first quest is that we were sent to deliver a message to Balin. So we approach Moria from the east and notice that the east gate is not sealed, and there's signs of conflict. We have to fight our way in. We have to make our way through that east gate and fight our way through the first hall and cross over the bridge of Khazad-Dum before finally we encountered a patrol of goblins and orcs. We fought them and defeated them, and one of them, with his dying breath, as he coughs up blood, tells us that we'll discover the fate of Balin in the Chamber of Records. We do know that the Chamber of Records is on the 7th level, so we have now journeyed to that 7th level and we are searching for the chamber to discover his fate. So let's take a look at the first card. There's only 2 stages of this quest, and the first stage is appropriately named Search for the Chamber. You are investigating the 7th level of Moria, searching for the Chamber of Records and any signs of Balin's colony. In the heavy twilight of a hall, a bulky tome is discovered in the grip of a dwarf skeleton. You carefully take possession of the book. Perhaps it will give you some answers. So now we're going to get the book of Mazarbel and attach it to a hero of our choice. I have it here. It's unique. An item, artifact, or restricted attachment, objective attachment. So I'm starting off with it attached, so this action part I can ignore for the time being, but attached hero can't attack and does not exhaust to commit to a quest. So I'm going to be giving that to Biffer. I don't really use him to attack in this deck. I do have the exact same deck, because this is progression. I haven't gotten any new cards, and there's no need to really tweak the deck at this point in time. Okay, so let's flip this over. 1B. The dwarven runes of the book appear to hold a detailed record of the fledgling colony, but there's some elvish script at the end which seems out of place. And when revealed, I'm going to reveal an encounter card, put it in the staging area. And we all know what that elvish script is, don't we? That elvish script was written by Ori, and if you're curious, these are Tolkien's own sketches of 2 pages of the Book of Mazarbel, ripped and torn and gashed. And here on this page, if we zoom in, you can actually see that this is that last page with dwarven runes, and then here at the bottom is elvish script. And who was it who wrote those words? They find it, the Fellowship will find this book later after we do something with it. I like this, how this quest kind of dovetails. It's like backstory to this story. So he can't read them, it's stained. Wait, a large bold hand using an elvish script. That would be Ori's hand, said Gimli. He could write well and speedily, and often use the elvish characters. And what he could make out was that the day being the 10th of November, Balin, Lord of Moria, fell in the Dimral Dale. He went alone to look in Mirror. An orc shot him from behind a stone. We slew the orc, but many more. Up from east, the silver load. We've barred the gates, can hold them long, horrible, suffer. We cannot get out, and so on. Okay, with all of that horrifying business out of the way, let's set our starting threat level and draw our cards. Now this quest requires 15 to get through it. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the greatest opening hand. But two dwarves are useful. This is a useful card. This is one of the new cards from Khazad-Dum. Exhaust a dwarf character to place 2 or 4 progress tokens if it's underground or mountain. It's going to be lots of underground, obviously. And they're in song. Alright, I'll keep it. Why not? And I'll generate resources. Oh, and I don't technically do that yet, I don't think. So when revealed, because this is part of setup, undisturbed bones. When revealed, each player must deal X damage to one ally he controls. X is the number of allies I control. So this is a nothing. I don't have any allies. I think I had to do that before resources so that I couldn't like cancel it if I happened to have something in my hand like Testival. Okay, so let's go ahead, generate resources, and I'll draw my card for turn. Galadrim's Greeting. Well, I don't really have anything to play my first. Maybe I should have mulligan because I don't have a first turn play. The only thing I really have to do is I'll just quest with both of these guys. I can't really remember. I'll do it. I think there are some enemies that will engage me at 27. Yeah, there's some 20 engagement cost guys, but I want to get a head start. Oh, he doesn't exhaust, but so 3, 5 is what I'm questing with. Goblin Tunnels. Only 2 threat, so I'll have 3. When it's in the staging area, it gains forced after a goblin is revealed from the encounter deck. Remove a progress token from the current quest deck. Okay. So I probably want to travel here. Well, 1, it's 7, that's annoying, but it's underground, and I have that card. So, anyway, 5 minus 2 is going to be 3. So I'll make 3 progress, and yeah, I'll go ahead and travel here. And that's the first turn. Not a bad first turn. My threat is now 28, and I will draw a card. An Erebor Hammersmith, a dwarf. Dwarves are useful. Resources. Okay, so well, I want to play Ancestral Knowledge, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those Spirit to play Sigil Minor, and then I'll use that resource and I'll exhaust the Minor to play Ancestral Knowledge and place 4 tokens on Goblin Tunnels. And since it's not in the staging area, that forced effect won't happen. And I'll move to quest. I'll do the same. Questing for 5. Okay. Hidden threat. When revealed, each player must raise his threat by 1 for each enemy in the staging area. Well, there are none. Then the last player discards an attachment he controls. And I'm the first and the last player. Well, I control this right here. If detached. So this is in the staging area. Well, I want him to... Well, he didn't exhaust, so actually... Okay, so he'll just take an action to exhaust. Because he had already committed, so he can just pick it right back up. So that's actually like nothing. Okay. And I quested for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then... So that'll clear, and then 2 will spill over here. So I've got 5 progress. Okay, well, I think it's going pretty well, actually. It's going pretty well. I've already got 5 progress. So let's advance the turn to turn 3. Threat of 29. And resources. Okay, Dane's got too many, so Biffer's going to take one of his. And I need to draw for turn. Another sneak attack. Okay, well, I'm going to play... I'll play the Hammersmith. I think it's probably not a good idea, but I'm going to do it because it's only 2 resources. And then for questing, now that I've got some extra dwarves, I'm going to hold him in case I need to attack something. So 2, 4, 7. I'll put that underneath to show that he quested. Questing for 7. Alright, we've got a Goblin Spearman, 15 engagement, so he will engage me. He gets +2 attack if he's undefended, so obviously I'm not going to undefend him. So I did 7, -2 is 5, so I'm 2/3 of the way there already. Another stack of 5, and then in the combat phase he will engage, and well, I can't kill him in one go. I could have him block instead, and then I could do 1 damage to him. I think I'll try that, and hopefully Biffer doesn't get killed or anything crazy. This is no shadow effect. 2/2, so he doesn't hurt Biffer, and then I can attack. He'll have an attack of, well, actually I could just attack with both of them and that'll kill him. 2, 4, 4 attack. We'll leave him with 0 hit points. So that'll work out, and that will actually lower my threat now by 2 because Dwalin attacked and destroyed. It doesn't say he has to be alone. Okay, so that turn's over. Moving on to turn 4 and back up to 28. It's going pretty quick. Actually, it's going my way. This scenario I played, I'm going to give that to Biffer. Played it plenty of times, and I have a pretty good win rate with this deck. Honestly, I think it's going to go pretty well. It's really kind of like there's some card draw at the very opening that can hurt me. Okay, anyway. Okay, Gandalf. So what do I want to do then? Well, I'm 5 away. I don't think I need to play Gandalf, but I've got 2 sneak attacks in hand. That's pretty good. I can go ahead now and play the map maker. I don't really see any reason not to. So I'm getting everything out. It's going pretty well. And let's go ahead and quest 2, 4, 6. He doesn't exhaust. So I'm going to quest for 9 total. And I get this guy, the Goblin Archer. He's kind of annoying. 48. I can't optionally engage him. So sneak attack Gandalf could take care of him. And the thing with this guy is characters with ranged can attack him in the staging area. I don't have anybody like that. His forced is after an enemy is revealed from the encounter deck, the first player deals a damage to a character. So while he's sitting here, any enemies coming out, he hits me. But I quested for 9 -2 is 7, so that's easily going to beat this because I already have 10 on there. And I only need 15. So let's take a look at the next stage here. Stage 2A. You've discovered the chamber. Before you, and then look, there it is. And there's the little tomb. Before you lies the resting place of Balin, last lord of Moria. The final portion of the book tells the grim tale. Balin was slain in the Dimral Dale, and the dwarves were then trapped in the mines, as I just read to you at the beginning of the video. It seems as if there are no survivors. You stand silently by his tomb, but cannot tarry. Orc war cries and horns sound close. You leave the cumbersome book as a testament to the dwarves' valor, and prepare to fight your way out, lest Balin's fate becomes your own. The fate of Balin. Okay, I need 17 this time. When revealed, remove the Book of Mizarble from the game, because I just set it aside. So it will be found later by Gandalf et alia. The Fellowship will find this. That's how it got there. We dropped it off. At the end of the staging step, reveal the top X cards of the encounter deck, adding all enemies to the staging area, discard other revealed cards without resolving them. X the number of players. So that's at the end of the staging step. So basically, okay, so I have to just defeat the stage. Alright. Combat phase, there's no combat, and there's no reason for me to play any cards right now. Any other cards. Okay, this is really going fast, but I might be getting bogged down really quick here. Let's see. But having 2 sneak attacks and Gandalf, this is just like working out very well. 29, round 5, and I draw a Dwarven Tomb. Not really useful. I think I kind of have... I need more lore. What I need... Yeah, I need some... I'll give him... Bifur will steal his resource again. I might play Gandalf for the card draw to try to get... I want a lot of lore resources to give it to the dwarf to power out the 17. So probably what I'm going to do first I'm going to do this in the quest phase. I'll spend 1 sneak attack Gandalf for card draw. 1, 2, 3. Matham, Tracker, Gildor. Nothing that's really going to help. Gildor, but I don't have the money for that right now. Yeah, none of this is helpful. Well, I'm going to commit him to the quest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 13. I'll quest for 13. Goblin Tunnels comes out, which is annoying. And now, well, if a goblin is revealed, because now at the end of the staging step, I do it again. If it's a goblin, then I take a damage. It is a goblin, and he's going to engage me. I have to deal damage to a character. Well, I'll deal it to Gandalf, because he's going to come back to my hand now at the end of the quest phase. Oh, and I quested for, what was it, 10? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It was 13. 2, 4, 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. 5, 6, 7. So 10 away. So he will engage me. And I'm going to have to block him with Dane. I won't be able to kill this guy really quickly. So there's no shadow effect on that attack. And he can't even hurt him. And Gandalf should be back in my hand already. So that's the state of affairs at this time. And do I want to, at the end of the turn, go ahead and play Galadrim's Greeting? Oh, and I wanted to travel here, obviously, without a doubt, because I don't want that effect. It's annoying, but I need to do it. So I'll go ahead and play Galadrim's Greeting, I suppose. I don't see any reason not to. There probably is a good reason not to, but... So I'm going to go down to 23, and at the end of round I'll go back up to 24. And we go to round 6. And let's see what I draw. Miner of the Iron Hills. Nothing really exciting. He's going to steal his resource. Okay. So in the planning phase, I'm going to spend 2. It's probably a bad idea, because I could save the resources. 1 resource is 1 will with him. Here I'm spending 2 resources for 1 will with Dane. But I might need him for a blocker. I didn't draw a lot of enemies. I'm sure I'm due to start drawing enemies constantly. And now I'll move to the quest phase. And in the quest phase I'll sneak attack Gandalf again. I'm going to use the card draw option. again, because I want Steward of Gondor. So let's draw 3 cards. Well, Record Keeper's not, that's good. Glare-Wine, okay. Okay, that was better than last time in terms of what I drew. And I will commit Gandalf to the quest, and I will do 3, plus 4 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 again. I'm going to hold him because that way he could take his hit, and then I can take him out. So, okay, so anyway, so that's 13. And I draw, well, I draw another enemy. A swordsman. He's not too treacherous, unless you leave him undefended. That will make me have to put a damage on a character I control, which will be Gandalf. 13 minus 3 is 10, so that'll resolve that, or explore that one. Plus 3. So I think I'm up to 10. On here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I need 7 more. And then at the conclusion of the quest phase, Gandalf comes back to my hand. Alright, and he comes down. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to chump block here, and then he'll... Well, I could take 4 undefended from him and then kill him. Maybe I'll do that. So I'll chump block here. Well, I could have a shadow effect that would make that way worse. So let's... He comes to the staging area. His shadow effect is just add Goblin Spearman to the staging area. So he's up there. He's dead. He's done. He'll go. Dane will defend it. Let's see. Okay, so I could have gotten away with it, but I didn't. So I'm going to have even more enemies in the staging area next time. But thankfully we're at round 7, 25. And resources. I need to let Dane keep his this time. And I draw an Unexpected Courage. Okay, well, so that's useful. Okay, so what do I want to play this turn? Let's see here. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Unexpected Courage on Dane. And I'm also going to play the Erebor Record Keeper. So I'm going to basically use Dane to defend. He could defend 1, ready, defend, ready. He can defend up to 3 people all by himself. But I have to hope that I don't draw another enemy. Is the only thing. Okay, let's move to the quest phase. 2, 4, 6, 9. 9 to 4 is what I've got. Okay, 9 to 7. This guy, I can't engage him. He's just going to be contributing 3 threat. He's easy to kill, but he's 37, so he's going to sit there. I had 9 to 7. So I'll put 2 in there, so I need 5 more, I think. And then he'll come down, and then I'll just start doing what I was doing. I'll just start with this swordsman, since he gets dealt the shadow card first anyway. So Dane will defend him. If the defending character is an ally, discard it. Well, he's not. Then I will ready him by exhausting Unexpected Courage, and he'll defend against this spearman. No shadow effect. Then I'll spend 1 and ready, or exhaust the Record Keeper to ready him yet again. Ooh, good thing I discard him as a shadow effect. And then during the attack phase, I think I'm going to use Durin's Song because I need to kill something. It's a shame I'm only going to be using it for the attack. But he's exhausted now. So 2. So now his attack is 4. He'll kill this one because his swings, he hits harder. So So Dwalin kills him with the power of Durin's Song. It reduces my threat down to 23. And we move to the next round. Round 8. I get resources. And I draw another one of these. Alright, so in the planning phase, I don't really have anything to play at all. Actually, Biffer will steal his resource. Maybe I might be able to just win right now. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I have this. So this is what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to, because I have this, actually, is what's going to do it for me. So I'm going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and Dane will commit to the quest, but then after I commit him, I will ready him. So when he's ready, dwarf characters get +1 will. So all that I calculated, but also apply to him. He's a dwarf character. He's committed to the quest, but I've readied him. So now that he's ready, everybody has +1 will. So 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. And there's 5 in the staging area, and I only need 5. I've already got 12 here, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Right? So, and then if I need to, I can spend the resources. So let's just see what I draw. Deal X damage to one ally he controls. X is the number of allies he controls. Well, I'll deal all that damage to this record keeper. Okay, so now I need to recalculate 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minus 5 is 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 8 is 20, which is greater than 17. So I win. Bam. Okay, so that was pretty fast. 8. So I'm going to actually calculate my score real quick, which doesn't really take too long. It's 8 rounds, 80 points, plus 23. I couldn't have gotten my threat lower, really. Okay, so 103. That was actually kind of an interesting gameplay from my perspective. The more I played this scenario, the easier it got for me, as I really learned the ins and outs of it and piloting this deck. But that one was it just went pretty well, pretty smooth, and I didn't get Steward of Gondor. Usually when I play this one, because these quest points are so high, Steward of Gondor is very much a useful thing in terms of getting a ton of resources on Biffer to throw them there. But this time it just all kind of panned out. I kind of went very smooth. I guess getting 2 sneak attacks in my opening hand, that's a big deal. That just went very perfectly. Things can go wrong, but honestly, I do think this is an easy scenario. I didn't have much. I think I beat it the first time I even played it with, because I made this deck into the pit, took a lot of doing to figure it out, tweak the deck and everything, and then I just took this deck and beat it right away. So, but this was a particularly easy playthrough. But, because there's just nothing, the Cave Troll is really your biggest problem. Because he swings so hard, and excess damage damages another character. So like if you chump block, so he swings for 6. So like if I had chump blocked with this guy, that's 3. So he's got 3 excess left. His 6, 1, 2, 3. So then I would have to apply that 3 for each, and it's straight up damage too. It's not like an attack. So that excess 3, say if I gave it to the Hammersmith, he would just die. That armor, the way I'm reading this, it just says you damage them for each point. So he would just kill the Hammersmith as well. So that's a pretty heavy hitter. There's 2 of them in the deck. But, as you saw, my threat was 23. with these weak little piddly enemies, I mean, usually when I play it, I get the Dwarad Elf axe on Dwalin and give him an unexpected card as well, and the Erebor records, you know, so then when I have 3, I can just ready him, kill multiples, and my threat's going down every single turn. It's basically, instead of going up, because there's a lot of these low-cost dudes. So then he just stays up there. I don't even bother with him. I just quest over his head with all the resources, putting him into the map maker. That's kind of how a lot of the gameplay plays I've gone. But, well, that's that one. All right. See you next time. For coming up next is going to be a flight from Moria. I wish there was like an epilogue, but there's not. It's just sort of like, you know, I prepare to fight my way out, and then ... And then you can guess what happens, obviously. All right. Well, see you next time. Thanks.